We begin with Honey at a swanky dinner party.
Miss West, every man here is dying to know who you are, but I'm keeping you my secret. I can't tell you how secure I feel having you here.
I guess she's working the swanky dinner party. Nice work if you can get it.
You're doing great. It's time.
Remember those furs we saw that maid carrying right before Honey came out? Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Man, what a beat this joint's got. Come on. Just waltz the loop.
Okay, Honey, time to call Sam on your Beauty Mark radio and catch these guys in the act.
You got rocks. Get out there. 2 minutes.
Then again, as she said about those gowns, finders keepers. She waits the 2 minutes and then slips out of the party. Take a guess who's at the door.
Sam, are we on time?
9:30. On the nose.
Everybody's early. They must like Mrs. Carter's parties. Why, Miss West. However did you do it?
Honey says, "How did I do what?" She says, "How did you change your dress so quickly? A second ago you were covered in sequins." That's news to her.
Mrs. Carter, where are your guests' furs? Oh, Miss West, you have a delightful sense of humor. Why, you and that charming Mr. Bolt have been guarding the furs all evening. I've got a hunch and it's all bad.
Which room?
The one at the top of the stairs.
To her surprise, the door is locked. It's not supposed to be locked, and the window isn't supposed to be open, and the room isn't supposed to be completely devoid of expensive furs.
Don't look now, Sam, but I think somebody else is me.
One big question is, how did they know about the fur guarding job?
Bingo! Well, I'll just disconnect this and we'll...
And lose our only contact with them.
You really think they'll try for an encore?
If at first you do succeed, go again.
Yeah, and our business will be gone.
Does the word setup mean anything to you, Sam? And of course they're going to try again.
Pandora, did you get a good look? You see how she walks, how elegant she is?
I ain't getting no cat. I happen to be allergic.
If you don't get rid of that gum, I'm going to give you another allergy.
Her name is Pandora. Perfect. The boss's chick. His 2 henchmen are Toddle, who constantly has a radio earplug in his ear, and Ding Dong, who can't stop playing cat's cradle. This is his gang. I figure they're all he can afford.
Listen to who's talking, Mr. Perfect.
Here! Walk! Oh, no, chick, you're not going to try that Honey West gag again, are you? Why not? As long as they don't know about the phone tap, we're in the clear. Good morning, Miss West. How are you?
Greetings to you, I'm fine.
Not fine, fine.
And Frances really got to flex her considerable acting muscles this episode. She knew just how much to overplay it to make it funny without making it absurd or beyond believability. While the bunch of them are trying not to descend into a Three Stooges sketch, the phone rings. It's the tap on Honey's line.
H. West and Company. Miss West, I'm Amelia Pruitt.
Oh, yes, Miss Pruitt, I remember you.
Miss West, remember last year when my sister tried to steal my securities and you held them for me until a lawyer straightened things out? Well, now she's threatening to take the few trinkets of jewelry Papa left me.
Did he leave her some trinkets too, or could he tell she was evil and cut her out of the will completely?
And since we share the same safety deposit box,
The value of the jewelry, Miss Pruitt, I have to get a bond.
$300,000.
Freeze.
I want to turn it over to you tomorrow morning for safekeeping.
Anybody who doesn't recognize Aunt Meg's voice...
Could you meet me at the bank? You remember how I look, Miss West.
Of course I do, Miss Pruitt. You have curly hair and glasses, and you wear those charming little feathered hats. Oh, Miss West, you are a marvel.
Aunt Meg often reminds me of the teenager who gets to get behind the wheel once in a while. She'll walk into mortal danger like this. I get to be a detective. I get to be a detective.
Are you all right?
Oh, my back is killing me.
Then why are you holding your knee?
Oh, the backbone's connected to the knee bone.
Eventually, yes, but there's stuff in between. Honey calls Sam and says it's going off on schedule. A guy just walked into my car. The phony should be showing up anytime.
What happened? Oh, no. Not you again, Miss West.
Officer, there's been this little accident. This man...
It's okay, officer. It's okay. Nothing wrong. Nothing to worry about.
Not so fast. Did she hit you?
Yeah, but I'm in great shape, officer. I tell you, there's nothing to worry about. Forget it.
Honey says detain that man. The cop is too busy demanding her license, and by the time he wakes up, our victim is gone. You get the feeling someone didn't have a high opinion of the LAPD. The Watts riots had happened just a year earlier and were still fresh in a lot of people's memories. A lot of people also didn't like the fact that under Chief William Parker, the police had become more like a paramilitary organization than a collection of people dedicated to protecting and serving. Racism was rampant in the department, and their approval rating was somewhere in the crawl space. Hence the portrayal here. Rather than show him as a weapon-toting thug, we show him as a bungling nitwit. Hollywood did that a lot around this time. And to put the finishing touch on his bungling, he holds her up just long enough to muck up the plan.
Move over.
Of course, that could cause a few problems, too.
Can't talk. Laryngitis came on sudden.
Oh, you poor girl.
Yeah.
Here, you take the jewels, and I'll call you tomorrow. Woo! Oh, Miss West! Miss West! I want to give you my mother's formula for laryngitis.
Aunt Meg is doing a great job, but she can't do this alone.
There's a ball game on the radio. Do you mind if I listen?
What kind of ball game?
Find out what it is.
We call it bonky ball. I take your head like a ball and bonk it against something hard. Isn't this fun?
You all right?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, talk about flipping your wig.
Nobody got a license plate. The guy in the van got away. The only thing they did right was putting fake jewels in the bag. They're left with nothing but a wig. But it might be enough.
Is that wig custom made? Who knows? Gotta be an exact copy like that. Dearie, you have just won yourself a free set of fingerprints. Mr. Gruder?
Oh, Miss Fox. I recognized you even without my glasses.
Now we know her last name. She asks him to make another wig for her as a backup. He has all her information in his file, and she double-checks the address just to be sure. Nope, it looks just fine.
I will never understand women. Blondes want to be brunettes, and brunettes want to be blondes.
And if they didn't, you'd be out of business. Don't complain with food in your mouth.
I'll come pick you up as soon as we're ready to move. You wait here for Tonto.
Fine.
Fine.
That's what I said, fine.
Honey West, you ain't.
It's time for some girl talk, as Honey puts it. I guess that counts as talking. I don't really understand women either.
I heard of being two-faced, but this is ridiculous.
Miss West, you gotta believe me. I didn't want to do it. They made me.
Just tell me who you're working for. Names, addresses, everything. It's good for spot reducing. You can come up now, Sam. You're missing the double feature.
But not a science fiction double feature. Sam will take charge of Pandora while Honey becomes Pandora. Sam will take Pandora to the office and have Aunt Meg guard her. He's on his way back and just in time. Toddle is at the door.
So what's the look?
You're blonde. I thought you lost your wig.
You think I am dumb enough to buy just only one?
Where's Chick?
Says for us to wait. You're so jumpy, you nervous me.
You nervous me may be one of the most hideously wonderful sentences I have ever heard.
Chicky knows what he's doing. Has he moved the furs yet?
What's the matter with you? Don't you ever listen when he talks?
Not always.
Considering what you know about Miss Pandora, you shouldn't be surprised. She turns on some music and says, "Dance with me."
You're different tonight. I don't know what it is.
New makeup.
No, it's not that. It's something else.
It's groovy music.
Let me see that wig.
He won't be toddling along for a while. Her belt is a set of bolas and her bracelets turn into handcuffs. This is what we tuned in for. I have to say, the last several episodes, the show has gotten better and better, and we're seeing more of the gadgets and such that we were expecting. It's very nice.
Hello there. So are they, Sam.
The turban is to hide the fact that the blonde wig is her real hair.
Nose is shiny. Wait a minute. Boy, am I glad this is almost over. We can get out of this town.
I have a feeling she's stalling, trying to give Sam time to get there.
It's too bad that West Abe caught on to the wiretap. He had a good thing going.
I'm glad, too. Me mother likes Florida better.
Yeah, Florida suits me fine.
That was a mistake. Too bad she doesn't know it yet. He drives her to an old, empty house. It's more than a little creepy. The furs are behind a fake wall. Sam slips in just in time to see Ding Dong carry a bunch of the furs out to their car. Now he knows where the hidden door is, and most likely where Honey is.
This place is creepy. Let's get out of here.
It won't be long now.
I'll wait for you in the car.
You wait here.
But it's cold.
It's gonna get colder. You made two mistakes, Miss West. That beauty mark, very attractive. But Pandora doesn't have one. Also, she can't say fine.
She seemed to know she made a mistake back there talking about Florida, but she wasn't sure what it was. I don't think that's what she expected.
Hey, Chick, what are you doing, breaking your engagement?
Meet Honey West.
Huh?
Look, don't think. Just load the furs. I'll do the rest.
Ding Dong is well named.
Hey, Chick!
Uh-oh, Sam may be in trouble. Irving's rule. I'm telling you, it's a TV universal. Bad guy goes for a weapon first.
That wraps them up for delivery. Are you all right?
Fine. Just fine.
And you knew we had to do that. Back at the apartment, they find Aunt Meg asleep and Pandora nowhere to be found.
Poor child, I felt so sorry for her. You didn't fall for that line of hers, did you? I don't know what you mean.
Aunt Meg.
Did you let her get away? She's in the office.
Poor girl. She's allergic to Bruce.
So now Bruce is part of the team. Signing him up for the health plan promises to be really interesting. And the room isn't supposed to be that. Word could he tell he was we call it bonky ball. Okay. Fake wall. Sam slits. She wasn't sure what it was. Good grief.